Hi, I'm Jordy Loeb. It's great to be able to reminisce about camp for a few minutes. I was a camper for 7 years. I was a counselor for 2 years, including being riding director back when we had horses at camp. I was ad staff, including being OZO director and head counselor. I also worked at family camp for 2 years after I finished being a counselor. So all told, I was at camp for, I think, 14 years in one capacity or another. I always felt like a star at camp. And what was great about that is that wasn't exclusive to me. Every camper felt that way. It also enticed me to go on and become a counselor because I wanted to be able to do those great things that my counselors did and make future campers feel like a star and look up to me and look at me like a hero the same way that I looked at my counselors. When I think about camp, it's really less about memories and it's more about feelings. I can basically feel camp when I think about it. I can smell that great fresh Northwoods air. I could see those tall trees and Lake Finley. And we talk about going to a happy place in our mind. That's the happy place. Certainly, the happy place of my memories is camp. In thinking about camp, and my favorite tradition there would have to be the Shabbat walk. I'm sure I'm not alone in that. Fridays would be a lead up to the Shabbat walk. The anticipation would start with Shabbat prep, Shabbat Nikayon, personal Nikayon, and all for that moment where we put on our good clothes, stood in front of our cabins, and waited for the counselors and the kids from the other side of camp. Back in those days, it was the girls' side of camp coming over the bridge, and the anticipation was just exhilarating. And I know back home in Jewish community, we often try to replicate that Camp Shabbat experience, and it just can't be done. There's nothing like camp, whether it's Interlaken or some other camp. And it all started with the walk and then unfolded from there. One of the lasting experiences from camp uh, is my group of friends. My closest friends in the world were made at camp. And I guess I would be remiss if I didn't point out that I met my wife at camp. So truly my best friend and partner in life was formed at camp. Our three kids go to camp, of course. Uh, and this year, our oldest will be a counselor, our middle child will be an OZO, and our youngest is going into oldest boys. And it's so exciting to be able to have this shared experience that everyone in our household holds near and dear. Camp is the primary experience in all five of our lives. Just really looking forward to everyone having a great summer. And I'll close with this point. I think it's natural to think back to camp and think that our times at camp somehow were the best. We were the best counselors. Our counselors were the best. And as I watch camp when I've had the opportunity to visit and I'm defensive about my own experiences, that all fades away almost instantly. I watch what's going on at camp, and even though there's been so many changes, it really is the same. You can almost squint and picture the people I went to camp with as the campers, or us in our heyday as the counselors. The more things change, the more they remain the same. So camp really is Lador Vador. Looking forward to a great summer for everyone. Thanks for giving me this opportunity to think back about really the greatest times of my life.